I brushed my teeth this morning. You know when a little bit of toothpaste goes
I'll
down
be there
the
all
wrong
day.
way?
I'll be there all day.
No,
What?
I'm going to wash it free.
Oh, you've not. This fucking thing you're making.
The Kool shaker. Now, I'm bringing alcohol-free Guinness
Okay.
because on this occasion,
Okay.
it's, I've got things to do today. This works perfectly well with it.
Oh my goodness.
And a barista
It makes you weird.
No, it's not weird.
It makes you odd. Everyone pointed out in the other show, it makes you odd. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Folk in Scotland. I wasn't here for the last show. It was my fault. It wasn't Goran's. Because I was actually required for something important for once in my life. I had purpose.
A glorious purpose. So that I've added the Guinness. Now, it's up to you how you mix this. It's not
right, I'll explain it. It's Guinness and a cold coffee.
A barista coffee.
A barista coffee. The ones you said were shite, but you fucking have them all the time.
No, they're shite.
Oh, I've stopped having them.
Oh, well, just
I counted up the amount of calories I was having.
Oh, fuck.
No.
You're not. You're like Sharon Osbourne. Shut up with your calories.
They're pretty. There's
Smell
a lot
that.
of sugar.
I want you to smell it.
Okay.
I want you to smell it. Smell it. Get right down.
I'm not going to lie.
Do you want a wee sip?
No.
No.
I'm off it. No. Go on. I'm not going to have it. I'm not going to have it. Okay. Jesus. This is a bad influence. He's away through there to get. And it's one of your cups. I've seen them. If it's got tits on it, I'm not drinking out of it.
Oh, no, it's a clean mug.
Where did you get that? That's one of those ones that glow in the dark that they've made illegal.
No, it's not. There we go.
Oh, that's way too much. I'll have a sip.
No, drink that.
I'm not. Okay, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. That actually, it smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck off.
Just drink it. It's good, isn't it?
Fuck off.
It's good.
That tastes so good. Fuck's sake.
It's a Kool shaker. Crispin Mills, you're not getting any of my money. Yeah, it just gives it a sweetness.
Oh, fuck off. That tastes so good.
Yeah.
Right,
an
okay.
alcohol-free Guinness.
Alcohol-free Guinness and a barista. Any cold coffee, I'm sure
Any
will
cold
do.
coffee. It's a Kool shaker. TM.
No one's invented this. No one's done this.
I've not seen anybody doing it.
Oh, that is... I fucking hate you. I really do.
Yeah, but it's a good breakfast meal, that.
No, and I'm not just saying I hate you. I hate you.
Oh, it's so nice.
Fucking hell.
You know they used to drink Guinness with blackcurrant was a thing back in the day. And
I used to
I've always got an affection for Guinness, going on about your calories.
Really good.
Guinness has got less calories than lager.
Yeah, but the barista coffee has like it's ridiculous amount of calories and sugar. Actually, I think 1/5 of it is just sugar, granulated sugar thrown in there.
Yeah, it's not actually the coffee that's giving you the whoop. It's the.
I feel a bit rambunctious already. That's just after.
But that would
sip.
work really well with an actual Guinness.
People will notice the picture's not here.
No. Well,
I got sent more pictures to put on it, which you hate because you don't want to see.
I've not looked at their
You
faces.
don't want to see them.
You know The Name of the Rose, the film?
Yeah, good film.
Half the people that listen to us could have been cast members in that bloody film.
Same haircut.
They're all uglier than bloody Ron Perlman.
But the card
Uh-huh.
has the pictures on it, but the card's currently sitting on my desk at home.
Oh, what a fucking oversight.
So
Get that Kool shaker down, you know.
do you know what it was? I was shocked during the night.
Oh.
I heard
Did you pee?
blood.
Did you pee on your electric blanket?
Oh, I love my electric blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I
Remember, I feared that as a child.
Yeah, if
If
you
you
pee, you
piss
die.
yourself, you'd get die.
Never peed myself in my life, but then it's going to happen tonight.
Tonight's the night.
So
Chest freezers and fucking pissing myself in the electric
it'd
blanket.
kill you. Now,
Uh-huh.
I heard
You
the
heard-
scream.
Oh, not another one.
Another
it's your
scream.
nose. It's your nose.
It wasn't.
No.
It was actually me. And what it was, my girlfriend's knees touched just at my thigh. And I've never felt a pain like it. She is so fucking cold. Scientists say there's absolute zero. They've never tested her knees. And it wasn't a scream, it was a yelp. I went, "Bah!" like that. It just came out. It's so cold.
No, the thing is, mate, because Ken, if you've got hot hands and you hold cold
This
hands,
is lovely, yeah.
you feel the cold hands, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
You're ice cold, we know. So how the hell, she must be so cold.
She's so cold. Right. There's her, and I had this friend. I've got a tattoo over here
Yes, okay.
in her wedding dress. Right, it was a bet. It's a long story, people. The point is,
Uh-huh.
we were at the beach in winter surfing.
Okay.
You can imagine
Oh.
late November, icy cold. Right,
Character building.
right. So cold. The water, you couldn't touch it, and something touched me, my neck.
Oh,
It was her hands, and I screamed again.
jeez.
She was colder
Who's that?
than a winter ocean.
Who's that dead-eyed cunt that takes all the celebrities ice swimming?
Oh,
And they all listen to him like he's some wise...
see the problem with ice. Everyone says as soon as you get in cold water, here's the reactions and stuff like that. You know what it is, right? I think it's a dive reflex. Just wash your face in some cool water. It has the same effect as dipping yourself in the
Yeah.
water.
Paul Newman, and I follow this, that's why I'm so ravishingly good looking. He splashed his face.
Did you see my reaction there? That is just a tiny sip.
It's a tiny
I'm
sip.
ready to fight you.
Yeah, he's no soap. I never put soap on my face. Splash your face with cold water
Yeah.
in the morning. It's wonderful. It's all you need.
Now, this is not...
I'll put an ice cube behind your ear.
Right, this is not voodoo. This is a good thing. It's not nonsense. Not if you've got depression or anything. If
Maybe
you're just
bog
feeling a bit
snorkeling.
down, that's very different.
Okay.
If you're feeling a bit down or you're got a bit of anxiety, wash your face in cold water.
Mm-hmm.
Switches it off.
Here's one for
Gone.
you. As a man who's done many jobs where I'm walking all day,
Yeah.
if you're feeling fatigue, change your shoes.
I've heard that.
Put a different pair of shoes on and it gives you a second wind.
I've heard that.
Yeah, give it a go. So
Isn't that str-
a
strange?
nice tall glass of Kool shaker.
Yeah.
Splash your face with water. Change
Cold
your
water.
shoes. Fucking, you're ready to take on the world.
I used to say it.
We could write a book on this.
I'd go to, whether it was surfing or
Aye.
swimming at night, I would go after work, have
Uh-huh.
a shit day. And I would say it literally washes the day away. You'd go to the
Does.
swimming and come out and
Does.
go, it doesn't bother
It
me.
does.
And all the feelings
Richard
were
Gere
gone.
used to do the same thing when he stuck a hamster up his arse.
It's the dive response.
It's all the same.
Right.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mhm.
welcome back to another fucking Scotland.
Kim, I'm going
That's
to
a really
cut
good
this
track.
open and I collect the balls.
Oh, you do? I've seen them
Oh,
all.
I've got
So
hundreds
it's
of them.
really good. Right, so we'll do
Yeah.
our text messages.
Oh.
We'll get in with it. We'll start with Mr. Badger, all the way from sunny New Zealand.
Okay.
Summer there, they're enjoying it. So anyway, discuss relative merits of British versus US versions of sitcoms. Office
no,
Radio.
I don't
know
watch
what I can do
American
though?
sitcom.
Another version of Britain,
Uh-huh.
they'll love this, is New Zealand. And I think they've improved on it.
Do they have sitcoms? We don't get any of their stuff.
No, I mean in the country.
yeah,
And do you
we-
want to know why? Whether you liked her old, what was her name, Ardennes? The
She was there, Nicola Sturgeon.
Right, exactly. Whether you liked her or not,
Did she leave in a huff?
I think so.
She said she
I
was
think
tired.
I think she sells weed now. So
She just
the difference with her and how
big
New
teeth.
Zealand.
Big teeth.
Oh yeah, but that's good. That's
But for healthy.
Yeah.
Mm.
The
Magnesium.
difference between UK and New Zealand and how New Zealand have taken the concept and ran with it and improved it massively. She had skinny arms. None of our leaders, prime ministers, have
Oh.
ever had skinny arms. Yeah, think about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I-
New Zealand's a vast improvement.
New Zealand.
I hope that answers your question.
The only sitcom I like from America is Frasier because it's just as camp as fuck. I kind of love it.
It's farcical.
It's like
I
a
haven't seen the
stage-
new one.
No, it's they've blown the
Is
whole
it gone?
format.
They shouldn't have come back.
No, they should
They
not.
just left it.
I love because I sometimes watch Cheers of a morning.
Cheers, I love.
Some of it was good. Some was Kirstie Alley, beautiful. Shelley Long, no.
I like
Kirstie
Shelley
Alley, no, I
Long.
didn't. Horrible.
I
But
was
Kirstie-
really affected when Shelley Long left and Kirstie Alley came in. I was like,
Kirstie
I don't,
Alley.
it took me a few episodes.
But Frasier goes on at length, but his family were scientists and they're both dead.
Oh,
So they tweaked that a little bit, didn't they? Didn't mention the police officer's son
yeah.
and father. the
Father.
dog,
Why are they not
Or-
mentioning him?
or a brother. I suppose they didn't think there was going to be Frasier, did they? And we're hoping people didn't remember. Americans won't remember.
Oh, I suppose.
No,
they've changed
sitcoms
it.
in this country are fucking terrible as well. Remember?
Yeah,
Ever
they're all
Decreasing Circles.
Yeah.
Remember Sorry?
What they'll do is they'll take stuff
Mhm.
from here that's really quite successful. And it's like, oh shit, that was successful. We didn't expect it. And it'll go to America because they'll go, that
Yeah.
format will work. It doesn't always work. But we have so many like butterflies. Go and check them on fucking YouTube.
Oh,
Jesus.
middle class angst.
Oh my God. All the 70s
Did
were
you
about thrown
Oh.
yourself out a window.
I hated like some mothers do have him. Remember when it was it Louis Theroux or John Ronson, but he went to the Nazi camp in America,
Yeah.
and they're all sitting watching the Are You
Are you
Being
being
Served?
served?
And they didn't realise John Inman was gay.
Didn't get it.
They just
Didn't
thought,
pick up on it.
he thought there's so,
They couldn't get it.
no, come on, it's not subtle.
Like
It's
A
Americans.
and a Half Hot Mum.
Oh my god,
Every character in it.
it's awful. It's a
Right.
worst thing.
They won't show it now because
Rightly
they
so.
use some. Well,
Rightly
there's
so.
a couple of reasons they don't show it.
Rightly
There
so.
was someone who was
Blacked up.
blacked up, and there was some, and they would use homophobic slurs.
Yes.
But something that a lot of people didn't pick up: every single person in it is gay.
Yeah.
Every single one,
Yeah.
and that was
Windsor
very
Davies
unusual.
as well.
Yeah, he was gay because it was actually mentioned. He was sent to run this because of an incident. You're like, yeah.
There is the kind of colour sergeant in the army is a bit. Are they the ones that there's ranks in the British Army
Yeah.
where you're allowed a beard and there's ones you need a moustache?
Okay. I'm not sure how it works.
Kim, I mean,
Very
how
strange.
did we have an empire? You have to wonder. What happened?
I've
all these
often
men,
won-
all these men with rickets going about and
This,
dominating.
right, I've
They'd
really
go to
wondered about.
they'd go to countries full of these natives who are all. It's guns, isn't it?
It's guns.
It's
It had
guns.
to be guns because it wasn't.
Physical.
Most of the squaddies come from Scotland
bandy legs.
and the north of England,
Aye,
right?
aye.
And they're all ill and pasty and like, oh, what do we do? But they give them a gun.
You can subdue a village.
It's unbelievable.
I was watching a clip of, not a political thing, just an
Okay.
observation. Rishi Sunak, they decide that they're coming close to the election, so they'll do that GB News, which is just a madhouse.
Okay.
And a lot of Scottish people, again, Neil Oliver's there, it's fucking wild.
Okay.
So it's a tame audience, and they're obviously thinking this will be a slam dunk.
Right.
They'll be appreciative of my kind of spiel. A Scottish guy gets up and goes on about the vaccine, and they basically have to usher off. He says, I've been harmed. What are you going to do? 30,000 people died with the vaccine.
Oh, no.
Heart attack. It just starts, it's wild.
Oh,
It's
that sounds
if you get a
entertaining.
chance to watch it, and Sunak's like that, fuck. Because he hates the British. He
Yeah.
hates. Politicians hate speaking to the public, and oh boy, this guy was a member of the public.
It's like we've always said, when you look at Americans, millionaires and billionaires become president, and at least we don't have that in this country. Until now, we've got a billionaire.
he's the
We've
richest
got
man.
a billionaire who's
richest,
Prime Minister.
richest man.
Wasn't voted in.
Richest man. And funnily enough, his wife's business is involved in the NHS.
It's
so-
strange,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know.
How does this? How do they become
Well,
billionaires?
we're not a curious country. And I'm not speaking about violence, but you see the Belgian farmers and the French farmers.
They drop shite
They're
everywhere.
like that. No.
We're not doing this.
The thing is, people have to realise, the people of the world, we say what happens.
Yeah,
If
but
in
the UK, going back to empire,
Mhm.
you're institutionalised.
Yeah, I think so.
This when
Well, TV's too good.
why did people follow these leaders around the world to do these terrible things?
I don't know.
It was a cult of personality.
Oh, it was.
You believed.
I suppose if you grew up in Overgate in Dundee,
Yeah.
you'd
Oh
never
God
seen the
Almighty!
sun.
Never seen it.
You'd been living on a fucking Dundonians for a breakfast used to have a slice of bread with sugar on it.
Oh,
They'd
when I
make-
was a kid,
They'd
yeah.
make porridge out of just plain bread,
Yeah.
and that's not that long
No,
ago.
that's not long ago. That's
you
when I was
had
a kid.
the chance.
Definitely.
Adventurism as a young man.
Yeah.
You could join the army and go to India, and I think people were intoxicated by the people in India, the colours, the
It's
food.
poor people
Imagine
going out to kill poor people.
Yeah. But
It's always been the way.
Imagine the first curry you tasted.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Mango.
We've said this
mango
before.
chutney.
And then 2 years later, you come back to see your mum, and she's waiting with you
Oh no, she'll have
with
been dead.
with a cold neep and a fork.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
They
and you're
speak
like, I
about
wanna
going
go back.
native. People just went, wow.
What? And it's like, why would they? You have to be from Dundee to understand
Yeah.
the appeal of India.
You go to Fife and it's like warmer.
Oh.
You feel a breeze on you. It's a different place.
It's a different place.
Dundee's
This is,
so
it's a
sour.
miserable fucking...
What's happening in Dundee?
Oh, wait. You've done it again. You've hit on the show. So let's do this.
Yep.
Mark Devlin. Top tip today. A ladder turned upside down can be used for climbing down things. I hope the job he's keeping well. Still there. Now, this is not a joke. We had a ladder. Now, people who have in workplaces
Oh no,
all
but
know it.
some ladders do have a top and a bottom. Yeah.
And there was an arrow on it. So you could only go up.
Oh, yeah.
I was stuck up all day until someone rescued me.
Yeah.
There was a ladder you could only go up on.
Oh, God.
And it said it wasn't made for climbing down.
No, because you see ones that's got the kind of
It's got the
the
flat
jimping on it.
Yeah.
And then,
and an arrow.
Oh,
You just can't get down. They're not
Jeez.
safe.
no, they're not.
So he's right about
A
that.
lot of accidents on ladders.
Hello, chaps.
Ah.
Last weekend, the algorithm recommended to me an interesting YouTube channel covering smoking pipes, Tolkien, and poetry.
Oh.
Listen, don't bring your culture here. Hold on. Channel name is Malcolm Goit. That's quite a name.
Was that
Goit-
the guy
Goite?
just sits and... I got that in algorithm as well. Just sits and smokes a pipe.
It must be. It
Yeah,
sounds
he's a kind of hobbity looking fat guy.
Okay. He read a lovely poem called Old Age by Edmund Waller, which is worth a read. Oh, that's
Oh,
lovely.
thank you. Yeah.
Till next time, I remain warned of Dungadugmadugmadugmadin.
Oh, did you see the picture of the... You could lay claim to that cafe.
Yeah, because...
Nobody noticed I drew a jobby in front of it.
Did you?
Yeah, nobody
I never saw that either.
You lot are very fucking
Oh my
observant.
God.
Did you see my clown jobby I did?
I saw your clown job, yeah.
I've
I
been
read
loving
through
that.
it.
I've been doing that.
That shit is now white on
Breaking
the top,
apart.
and it's just... It's going to
Snapping.
just evaporate.
Have you seen when you get a lava ball and it falls up and it falls into the sea and it goes... Poop, poop,
Oh, yeah. That's
it's got
disgusting.
that, yeah, it's got that stage.
But there's a hair on it now.
Nobody's claiming anything. It's wild.
Hi, both. Stephen M. here.
Oh.
Hey, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that last week a list of the top 20 blandest, they probably wanted to say shittest, towns in the UK was published?
Do you see
Whilst
it?
Alloa and Aberdeen were in the top five, Dundee was nowhere to be seen. Excuse me?
I think that's a wee bit... Aberdeen's no bland.
Oh, now listen. Just because you're
It's not
up...
what's
because
bland about it?
Aberdeen isn't north. That's up in the Shetlands. That's a different part
It's
of
bland.
Scotland.
Dundee's, all the Central Belt's bland.
Aberdeen is bland.
Aberdeen's no bland.
It's bland.
It's just because it's
It's
got
dirty
that granite.
and damp.
It's no dirty.
It's
Aberdeen.
dirty and damp.
The locals eat all
Grimy.
the locals eat all the rubbish on the ground.
They should have been...
Graze on it like crisps.
That should be on their tourist info webpage. We're not one of the 20 top
Is there
20
not
shittest
something to be
towns in
said
the UK.
for bland? Because you go into the town, Dundee City Centre.
Thanks, Stephen.
It's no bland because there's fucking graffiti, crosses everywhere, and junkies. I'd like it to be bland. Cleanly bland would be a preference.
Cleanly bland. But Aberdeen's just shit.
Aberdeen's fine.
It's
You get starting on you. Watch yourself.
more.
Watch
Tyrone.
yourself. Watch yourself.
He's always here. Hello, gentlemen. As it's Shrove Tuesday.
What?
What's Shrove
It's
Tuesday?
a pancakes. Today is it?
Is this a pancake celebration day or
It's
something?
a pancake, the Shroves.
Oh, who's Shrove?
Oh, fuck knows, I don't know.
Never heard
Yeah.
of it.
The
Will you
cha-
both
never
be
had a
having
pancake?
pancakes?
Yeah, but I eat pancakes every day, so it's no great. It's like
What toppings will you have? Have a great show. Thanks, Tyrone.
I like
What do you have?
honey and lemon, fresh lemon squeezed, and loads of butter.
I was taken to, when I first met my girlfriend, we went to is it a pancake place in St Andrews? And it was pancake and ice cream and fruit and everything.
Yeah,
It
did
was
you know?
fucking, it was really good.
Did you enjoy it?
I
It's
enjoyed
nice,
it. It was
yeah.
good. Yeah.
There's a pancake place in Dundee on Reform
That's
Street.
the last time I had a pancake.
Oh, for
20
fuck's
years ago.
sake. I make my own pancakes. I've got a griddle.
Yeah.
It was my granny's cast iron griddle,
Right.
and I make my own Scotch pancakes and that quite frequently, and they're delicious.
Oh.
Mhm. Lovely.
So, news.
Oh.
We're catching up. It's the middle of the month-ish. It's random. Okay. I'm trying to, it's just,
it is kind of.
it's kind of, right. So, did you see in Sweden a water park explode?
No.
Holy fuck. 12 were injured. There was people in it. It's like water slides and the whole thing. I think they didn't put water in. They put petrol in by accident. The whole place explodes and burns. Water burns to the ground.
What do you mean they put what? So you slid down a slide of petrol?
It seems to. I might not. But it seems to. When you watch it explodes, there's a lot of fumes in there that have gone up.
How's a water slide got?
It turns out water slides are incredibly flammable.
But why does it need power to chug the water?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you have to see
Oh, I
it. The whole
see.
place explodes. The whole building explodes. the water slides burned down. The black, plasticky fiberglass smoke.
That's awful.
It's wild.
Plastic.
It's really
ugh.
check it out. It's now the reason I said that just happened this morning, but it actually leads us on to our main story. Well, one of our stories
Oh,
from Dundee.
okay.
Dundee. Now let me say the whole thing before you react, because you
okay.
probably know it. Dundee Olympia swimming pool, £30 million, opened 10 years ago. I don't think even 10 years. Yeah, 10 years ago. Was shut down a few years ago because it was falling apart.
Rusting.
After £6 million of repairs, it's opened and then instantly shut again for repairs.
A bit of the kind of gantry for the lighting fell.
But a councillor said, hold on. The bit that's fallen down and almost killed someone has nothing to do with the repairs. This is something we missed. So they've shut it down for two pools of shut it down.
People, and I'm led to believe it's the same company fixing the job they made.
How? You're kidding me.
Yeah, same architects and stuff.
And they're not getting sued for the first one?
No, because it'll be in brown envelopes. It's corruption. Why would you not sue a company?
This is like everyone. The engineering company that done the V&A.
Oh,
They were all on holidays, golfing
The
holidays.
DCA was famously built back to front. Everything's shite.
Jesus!
It's corrupt. There must be corrupt. It's either utter incompetence.
Yeah.
Therefore, you should be fucking sacked and held accountable.
Easily,
Or
yeah.
it's utter corruption. Therefore, you should be
He's
sacked and held accountable.
Yeah, but nobody.
But we're very bland when it comes to taking action. That's public purse. Dundee City Council is in the 10 top. We're not bland, but we're in the top 10 most perilously financial stated councils.
Yeah, we're on the verge of
We're on the verge of something terrible.
bankruptcy, yeah.
And they can pish away $6 million.
On repairs that should have been paid by the fucking
The company
company.
should have paid it. It's fucking obscene.
It's incredible. Now, this fucking pool,
yeah. I've never been to the fucking thing
They went-
because I don't like swimming.
they went down one day, and I swear someone has, my little laser measurer,
Yeah.
very handy. I'm sure someone was just sitting playing with one and stuck at the end of the pool and went, that's not the right length.
Yeah.
And then they discovered the pool has been built too short.
Yeah.
And they had competitions there and everything, so they've all been thrown out. The
The-
thing
the-
should be
they were-
knocked down.
They were desperate. Rather than, you'd think a swimming pool would be spread out, but it's squashed in.
Mm-hmm.
And they were determined to get that bloody car park that
Yeah.
he seems to park in.
Yeah.
And it's next. It's just,
A disaster.
it's fucking ridiculous.
It was built in the wrong place
Yeah.
because
And
where the
women-
V&A
women,
is,
yeah.
that's where it was, and it was
Yeah.
in a great position.
Yeah.
And then they went, well, let's just chuck it somewhere else.
Because can you imagine the
Disaster.
corruption that happened for the land usage down at the V&A?
Oh, well, I could tell you, my old boss, who's dead now, he owned the garage there,
Yeah.
Discovery, and he said, I'm going to get £1 million for it. £1 million, right? Because they can't build this whole thing if the garage is there.
But they did. They
And I
built
think
it.
they offered them like 10% over market
Yeah.
value. But he said the value is huge. I think it was like 100 odd grand they offered them. That's all.
Aye.
Right? So he went, fuck you. They're not going to build it. They built
it.
around them.
They built around.
So
it.
there's a garage stuck
wedged
in the
The
middle.
garage has got the garage has got a bigger footprint than the swimming pool.
It's like that. And it's still there.
So they.
I don't know if
they
the
could have-
family still owns it.
All if they'd spent £1 million on him, they'd have probably saved the money because it wouldn't have been so much. I'm led to believe they had the swimming pool on top of the guts of the place.
Yeah.
So
And
it just
instantly, it
instantly
was leaking.
leaked
Before it opened,
Yeah.
they'd done a quick inspection and there was serious rust on it.
Yeah, it's all fucking
Like
real.
all over. On the railings going up to the flumes, they're rusting. It hadn't even opened.
But the woman who took over, she's now on the hook for this. She wasn't in charge when the initial problems happened, but she was in charge for the repairs.
I want to know her wage. Do you want to know why?
It's 100,000 per year.
It has to be, because who would take that job?
Yeah, that job's nightmarish. Yeah,
You're going to be, the whole of the Dundee
but it's
public
just
are going to be
this
against
sluggish.
you.
What I've always thought about Dundee is a reaction. It reacts to things. They don't think. There's no forward planning.
No.
It's just that.
But you're seeing the reaction. Do you know who's to blame? Any councillor that comes out and says, look, we can blame all day, but we need to move forward. It was you cunt.
Yeah, but they're away on their pensions.
I slavered.
They're
I'm
away.
so
They're
angry.
away on their pensions. But
Fucking
it's money.
chase them down.
£6 million. the public shouldn't be paying for that.
Okay.
That's the company that built it.
I work for Tesco's.
Right.
I steal $1 million and they go, oh God, they're coming after me. And I leave my job and they go, well, we can't touch them now.
No, you're
That seems to be the way it is.
You're hunted down.
Fuck those cunts.
It's wild.
Dundee is on the verge of bankruptcy.
Yeah, they don't have $6 million to spend. They really do
They
not.
didn't, and they didn't on this pool. And you know what? There's other pools around Dundee that are open to the public, like at the Harris, the new one. There's loads of things.
They could have, the amount it's cost in repairs, they should have just knocked it down and built a new one. I think they would have been cheaper.
The way it's going,
Just a simple...
because it's closed again already.
Yeah, it's closed
this
again.
will never
And
end.
people are paying money for this, so they're a little bit furious.
You've went to sea in a ship with a hole in it, and you're patching as it goes. You can't fucking fix it.
No, you'll never... You
can't do it.
You can't fix this thing. No.
I'm so mad
it cannot
about
be
it.
fixed. A thing will caulk and just... in the gaps.
That's all they're doing.
They'll just take a guy in like a Johnny's uniform.
But you know what? I heard, because as you know, the situation with my house and it's just falling apart. And a roofer said there's nothing more permanent than a temporary solution. And I thought that was, but you know what? My roof's covered in temporary repairs that'll do it until the thing falls down.
Yeah.
And this is what they're doing to this place.
For
Knock
6
it down.
million.
6 million. So 30 million.
And it's they just keep throwing money at it. You've got to cut your costs and just go cut your losses.
But then I've talked about this before. There's this condition where you've spent so much, you keep throwing money to keep it. You have to stop.
There's nobody. Everyone's risk averse. Nobody's wanting to put their name to it.
And I'd get a key to the fucking world if I just go.
Is it not insured?
That's it.
Just set it on
Well, this
fire.
is a problem, right?
it.
Apparently,
'Cause
they burn really well.
Our swimming pool would burn.
It will burn to the ground. The water would ignite. The fire extinguishers would fucking go on fire.
I guarantee you'll turn on a hose and there's just no water and sand comes out. What? Chinchilla sand.
Well, that was the problem. They didn't
Yeah.
have a fire suppression system.
No,
It hadn't
they
been.
didn't. Oh
well,
my
they had it,
God.
but it's meant to get tested every year, and they
They were.
hadn't tested it since it opened.
It's full of mice.
It could have fucking not worked. And you're in the pool on fire. In your rubber ring around you.
It's really
nothing.
sad. But this happens everywhere. Can you imagine in London some of those big projects like St Pancras and that? It gets built, but imagine
The money.
you're
Everyone
talking
wants money.
So there's £1 million, nothing.
Look, I've got a tiny business,
Aye.
a tiny micro business that
Right.
gets me by. That's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
And every cunt wants some of that cash. Everybody.
Yeah.
They want fees on this, and there's fees on fees, which actually does happen. And it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like I told you, I was overcharged tax one year, right? And I got an apology letter
Oh,
with almost £1,000.
wonderful.
And I went, ooh. But here's 600. No, it was less than that. And I was like, well, where's the rest? They taxed me. They overcharged. I'd already paid tax. They'd overcharged me. And when I got it back, they taxed me on it. And I went, how can you do that?
I know.
Okay, when someone buys something from me, they pay postage.
Yeah.
I pay the tax on the postage.
Oh, God, yeah.
I pay tax on postage that's... What? I don't get
No,
anything from it.
There's a slice comes
There's
on.
a slice from me for them paying...
Well, what I was seeing today, and it could have implications. I know the logic of it. Fly tipping's a big thing. We know because Shite Street fills up.
Constantly.
Fills up constantly.
Huge thing.
And they're saying the way they can put a stop to it is need a paper trail. So they says all removal dumping businesses can no longer be cash in hand. They've all got to
That's
be.
fair enough. I understand, yeah.
But the problem is they'll spread out to every business.
Yeah.
And then there'll be no cash, and then you'll not be able to have a wee.
Oh,
It's
that's
all
what will
gone.
happen. Yeah, it's what will
just all
happen. It happens
going
like that a
on.
lot anyway.
It's a slice of everybody. Yeah, it ends up anybody. The low earners in this country pay so much tax, but Rishi Sunak, he'll have ways. Not just him, but any wealthy guy, just they dodge it.
But it's like that. There's no cash now. I mean, I use so little cash.
There's a lot of businesses now. Where was I?
I
the
got
other
cash
day?
recently, and I didn't realise. I mentioned this. It was last year I got a load of cash.
Yeah.
And I went, what the fuck's this? I didn't realise there was windows. I don't use it.
Yeah.
How many years have I been going out selling the aprons?
Yeah.
I've never once taken cash, just
Oh,
card.
wow.
Never once.
Well, I was in Edinburgh, and a lot of the coffee shops and
This is so good.
it's nice. A lot of the coffee shops and that it's all cards now. Cash is gone.
Cash is gone.
It's
It's
like
not
I
good.
like a car boot sale. That's got to be cash. If it's no longer cash,
But you
what's
have
the
to have cash.
point? Yeah.
You have to. But they're like,
Well,
there's a black market in
yeah,
that. It's like, oh,
there's
come on.
There's a big thing just now in physical media.
Yeah.
How people are saying, "Oh, can nothing? You need your DVDs." I don't have any because they're dust gatherers. Aren't
But
they?
I do understand
But you
it.
can understand
Because
it.
Sony just withdrew a load of films
It's
and
just-
games
They're changing
that
stuff.
you own.
Yeah.
And they went, well, you don't anymore. You bought them. And they
Yeah.
went, you don't get them anymore.
Is it in the small print? They justify.
Yes. Everything. Bruce Willis, years ago, obviously, he made it public because he was writing his will.
Right.
He knew more than we did at the time, obviously. And he has like $2.5 million worth of MP3s that he bought. And he wants to leave them to his daughters. And that he couldn't. They went, no, that's not anyone's. Once you're gone, they're gone. You can't leave them. They're still owned by the companies that have them.
He's got £2.5 million worth of what?
MP3s, buying albums and a massive music collection. But like where some people have it in albums, he had it in digital. But it doesn't belong to anyone. He bought the right to listen to it. That's it. It's crazy. You don't own anything if it's digital.
No. See, God.
Isn't it mental?
I'm going to go for a swim in this. I might go for a swim in the Tay.
Just keep
In
going.
the burning Tay. As it
Fucking
burns.
hell, this is getting my
It's
blood up,
flame.
this stuff, man.
Flames. It's the sugar.
Jesus God.
Oh,
I haven't had
God.
sugar in 2 weeks and now I'm getting
Well,
all,
Stuart, who I work with, he's been off the sugar. He's getting so aggressive.
I'm getting aggressive now because I've got it.
Mm.
Fucking pools.
I heard a crunching noise and I thought it was just his bones because he's very old. But it turned out it was just a bag of nuts. It was like a horse bag. He was just crunching away at it.
Years ago, I was at my friend's house
Uh-huh. It's weird.
and it was in the multis.
Imagine the shit after you've eaten a giant bag of like mixed nuts. The following day, all those husks and shit.
I do that.
A big bag.
It looks like it's been pebbled. I look like a council house. Well, my
no,
shit.
a council house that somebody's bought.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Ken used to clad them.
I'm in my
Double-
friend's house in the
double
multis
glazing. Ah.
in Loch. Actually, they're knocked down now.
Oh, well, good, good.
So yeah, and we're in the
See, when they were
house.
knocking down the multis, sort of
Mhm.
it, went to see them. There's loads of people standing about watching
Yeah.
it. And just coming down, I says, God, look, there's a face at the window. And this family next to me believed them. When I was in Glasgow watching a multi come down, I never saw it, but nearby me, a fucking boulder came and hit a woman in the head
Yeah,
and killed her.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's a great idea.
Aye.
If anyone lives in a multi,
Mm-hmm.
set up a device
Oh, yeah.
on remote that someone flips up and waves with a face like this. 3, 2.
What would they do? I love watching buildings get demolished and it doesn't quite work right.
Oh, it's great, isn't it? And
One
then
of the
everyone's
charges
looking at each
doesn't
other.
Who gets the job to go back in?
Basically, an old school crane goes in with a big ball just to try and knock it down. There's nothing you can
can't
do.
go back in.
There's nothing you can do. Right, so I'm in this
Jeez,
multi with my
okay.
friends. We were about 13.
Okay, a bad age.
So we're just sitting, you're playing darts. This is before the computers,
Yeah.
you're just playing darts, bored. And there's a shadow, we're at, I think the 6th floor. Shadow. That's
Mm,
so someone jumped.
yeah.
So we were saying, I think someone jumped. We looked out and they're down there. But it just looked like someone was just lying down.
Yeah.
It's not like the splattered around. So
No.
they're lying down. And eventually
take
the
it
police
easy.
came and all this sort of thing.
A couple of weeks later, the
and
police showed up.
Well, they weren't bad. It was within an hour. So they come
With a
up to
big
see us because
big-
we said we saw it.
a big snow shovel.
Yeah, just Hoover. So we said we saw it. So the police come up and they're like, right, lads, so what did you see? We said, just a shadow. And then it sounded like a bag of crisps bursting. And the policeman was writing down, he goes, maybe he had a bag of crisps in his pocket.
Oh, Jesus.
That was, and it just stuck with me.
And did we offered counselling or anything?
No.
Because there's a funny thing
No,
going on. There's
nothing.
Now, maybe I'm a horrible person.
Yeah.
Possibly. You know that fucking crazy person that killed those three, the two students and the janitor person?
Yeah.
Awful case.
Yeah. Terrible.
The man is clearly psychotic.
Yeah.
it's a terrible case, and I can understand the family. They're wanting him in prison,
Yeah.
but they've said he's a danger in fucking prison to the.
Yeah.
It's a big, massive thing. These are the victims of this case.
Mm-hmm.
The families, the poor people that were killed, innocent people, the system, and all this is going on. Big issues of the day. How do we deal with mental health? How do we deal with mental health people in prison? What is murder? It's huge issues.
Yeah,
It's really
understood.
taxing people. Some guys got himself involved,
Mm-hmm.
and
Who's some more than that?
he sure
Yeah. That'll do. Thank you.
he
Can't believe I'm doing that.
he witnessed the guy killing,
Oh, Jesus.
Right.
Yeah.
and he's phoned the police. Now, he never got involved. Well, what the hell do you do?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he's evidence in the case, in his 999 thing.
Mm-hmm.
He slid himself into the thing like he's a victim of all this, and they had no right to play his 999 tapes on the television.
I am sure he is traumatized. I'm sure it's damaged him. But
you go,
you have to realise
You-
there's victims.
you
Yeah.
go, that was a terrible thing for me, but I'm not important in this fucking thing. But he says, I should have got warned before they played it, because
Well, the first body I saw, and it wasn't that guy killing himself.
no.
And when when you were near the multis, when I used to live there, honestly, it would keep you up at night. People hitting the ground.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
And then they
it's
had to
awful.
put
Yeah,
gates up and
yeah.
that, and it stopped it.
Yeah.
But where I lived when I was a kid, I was probably about 8, and there was a roundabout,
Yeah.
and you used to get like stag do's.
Oh,
People would be tied against
yeah.
the pole.
Awful.
There was a pole in the middle
There's
with a huge
nothing,
light.
nothing crueler than a Scottish stag.
Yeah, and they're covered
It's
in grease,
cruel.
naked, and the police would just drive past them, go, "Ah, it's just a stag do," and they'd be. And we saw a guy, and he was standing against the pole, and thought, another one, they've left him. Next day, he's still there. It was a guy walking home from the pub, and he had to be lean against the pole. Just died. He just died, and he was still standing up against the pole in the morning. But it was about 8 o'clock that night that people went over, "Mate, are you all right?"
Dead.
And he was like stone dead.
Oh.
Because we saw all the loads of police, because they're like, "Is he being killed?" You know, it was a big deal.
Yeah, just
And then after that, there was a big car crash, and this was in the 80s. So, oh God, 70s maybe, 80s. And there was a car crash, and it had tipped, and it had thrown 2 girls out on the road.
Yeah.
No seatbelts, you know?
No.
And it had killed them. And I remember seeing them and thinking it was piles of clothes. But it wasn't, it was them.
If you go past a really bad accident in the road, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But no, I just don't know why this guy's decided to stick himself into the narrative.
Maybe, well, to be fair, it's maybe really affected him, and this is his only way to express it. It's very difficult. I like that. It's very
No.
complex. You know, I wouldn't be too harsh,
Yeah,
because to
just-
see something like that has
yeah,
to
but
affect
just-
you.
You see people in the news that's really suffering, you think,
I know, but that's the thing with suffering. Someone's individual suffering is suffering. It
Yeah.
can't be compared.
no. It's
So-
not a sliding scale. I just think people do a little bit like to be a wee bit of a victim. It's a nice thing in many folks. They kind of rush towards it a little bit.
Oh, that exists. There's ghouls. There are ghouls.
Really?
But I think if you're caught up in it, he's maybe just
Horrible.
expressing. I'm going to be more sympathetic.
Yeah.
Now,
He's on the telly.
let's bring the mood up.
everybody that's on the telly annoys me. I've decided.
We're filming this right now.
Nobody that doesn't have to, well, I annoy myself. That's why I never watch this.
Let's bring it up a bit.
Apart from Carol, that does the weather. I like her. Carol Kirkwood.
Do you like her?
She's right cheery.
She just got married, didn't she?
She did.
Oh, lovely. Good for her.
That's the only person I like. I
Congratulations,
don't
Carol.
like you. It's just Carol Kirkwood.
Oh, that's fair enough.
And Chris Shadowins.
Do you like him?
No, I hate him more than anybody else. Just anybody else.
For a second, he went, and then, shot down again.
I would get a one-way ticket
Yeah.
to go to where he is, walk into the place he works,
Looks nice.
spit in his face,
And just come home again.
and come home again.
Yeah.
If I had to travel for 4 days without sleep, I would do it.
To be fair,
He'd love it.
I would say that's stupid, but I am the person who got on a bus
Yeah.
to London to get a crunchy taco out of Taco Bell and then just came back again.
Wagamama's coming to Dundee.
What's that?
It kind of like they do a ramen, they do like
Oh, nice.
teriyaki. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Teriyaki. I overdid it once.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But No, I went all the way to get just
'Cause
5 crunchy
that's
tacos.
the biggest news ever hits Dundee. It's not like job
A fast
figures.
and other
And
fast
new
food
fast
place.
food
Yeah.
chains come to the place.
So and now this is directly about Dundee.
Okay.
This is the most Dundee story you've ever heard.
Well,
And
I've
we're
heard
just
some
talking
right
about Dundee
stories.
Council,
Okay.
and I'm going to. This makes you proud.
Oh.
Events operation manager at Discovery Point,
Mhm.
right, had a secret second job.
He was sexing chicken eggs.
She was the main cocaine dealer for Dundee City.
What was her job in Dundee?
She was events operations manager at Discovery Point and somewhere else.
So Discovery Point. So
Her name is Desiree Dugan, which is the most Dundee name.
Wonderful. I'm picturing her. She's got a bit of a fake tan
Yes,
and
blonde hair.
lip liner.
That's her, right? You've got the picture.
Desiree.
She was arrested in Edinburgh, and just for her convenience, the police drove her car back to Dundee, where they got a little whiff of cannabis, and then they found cocaine in the car and everything.
The police always smell cannabis. That's a classic.
They always, they've done it with me.
Yeah.
They're stopping you, smell cannabis. I went, no, you don't. Stop it. Just stop it. You don't. If you're going to search me, search me. If you're, just stop your nonsense.
Yeah. You do look like you'd smoke dope.
Our house was raided.
How much are we talking?
Well, there was in our house, there was 20 grand of cash on the fridge. There was, I think, 6 grand under our pillow, where you keep your money, and a large haul of cocaine was recovered. Also, a very long list of customers across the city.
Oh, you don't write this down.
But
Oh.
she done it like an Excel
I
spreadsheet.
bet it's all the head councillors.
Yeah.
No, hold on a minute.
They're all shitting
If
themselves.
they were on coke, they'd
Yeah.
be making better decisions.
You've made a good point.
Give them coke. You go into a meeting.
Let's get it. Give them this drink the way I'm feeling right now.
You go into a meeting with the folk.
I've got a
folk-
feeling you've got more of this through there.
No, it's me. I
Is
just
that
brought
all
the
you-
one car.
You've brought you on. Okay.
Cooler shaker. Always don't say this. Go cooler shaker. We're advertising it. The that's wonderful. Coke, but
But the cost of living, who can afford Coke?
they'll
It's a
manage.
shitty drug.
Oh, it's a
It's
shitty
just
drug.
like, a middle class have got some Coke.
Yeah.
Fuck
But you can
you.
imagine how what it's
Take
cut.
some glue.
You can imagine how much that's cut with.
Oh.
Oh,
But that's it. So she got a non-custodial sentence.
why?
Well, she's a young lady. She's only 28, and she's a young lady, and it's her first offence, and she cried.
She's a cocaine dealer.
But it was a part of an organised gang that were staying at her house, and
Is she saying she was?
she'll
cuckooed?
go, yeah, cuckooed. That's what she's saying. And there's doing that, but at the same time, she's the dealer. Then she told her own family, I need the money. This is why I'm doing it.
Oh, that's bullshit, man.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah.
bullshit.
It's listen. I'm not saying because of women or anything, but it seems to be any time in Dundee. If I'd done it, I'd be in jail.
Remember
That's
that
all I'm
woman?
saying.
Remember that woman years ago? And she was a nurse. Remember she was across somewhere and a woman died. Remember she got the jail. Was it in Saudi or something?
Oh, no,
She was a notorious woman for about 20 years ago. But I think she's back in Dundee.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
We do get them here.
Yeah.
But that was one of our head managers at Dundee Council was the main drug dealer for the
Fuck
city.
it. The thing is, if you're in a pinch,
Mm-hmm.
drugs is the if you're willing to take the risk, drugs is so much profit. It's the business.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of my friends were dealers, as you know.
low level fuck.
Jesus Christ, they were skint. They had nothing to show for
low
it.
level shit. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. If you can get
I have more than them, and I have nothing.
If you can get, but they're selling enough so they get a bit.
Oh, it's just.
If you can get up that game a little bit,
Although I was at my friend's house,
because the profits are vast.
and we were sitting outside in the sun. We
Yeah.
had a lovely wee fishing cottage, a lovely thing. I'm sitting out in the sun, and this Serbian guy comes along with his 2 bouncers, and my mate goes, "No, he's okay," and I just sit there. I just left, and that was him bringing the weed around for him, big fucking ton of it, and I'm like, Jesus, man, why are you dealing with people like that? That's crazy.
It's because the French Connection, great film, but that was all coming in for Marseille and everything.
Yeah.
But then the whole thing changed. It was all coming up through Mexico and America. But
I've
now
been
it's-
to Marseille.
Yeah.
Oh,
But now it's all synthetic.
yeah.
There's no heroin now. Heroin's a difficult business. It's a lot of prep. Fentanyl's just so easy. I think the Chinese are making it and just.
I think some of the
factories.
cartels are saying if
Yeah.
you sell fentanyl, they'll kill you.
No, but
They're not doing it
oh,
because
a
they're
lot-
killing
A
everyone.
lot of them, yeah. It seems like madness, but they put it in everything.
Because what you
They
want,
put fentanyl in dope.
I'll give you an
It's
example.
wild.
You want a drug like, say, coffee
Yeah.
or beer
Oh,
that you become addicted to.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt you, and you
No.
spend years on it.
yeah.
You don't want to kill someone in a week.
Cigarettes kills you, but
Bad
decades.
business. Yeah.
Decades. No, it is bad business.
About this manager, the Dundee
But
Council
it's-
said she still has the least convictions of all our staff. I think that's wonderful. It's something to be proud of.
They didn't say that.
They didn't, but I thought I would add
Has
it.
she lost her job?
She's, you know what? It didn't say. I
I'd
wonder if
imagine
so.
so.
Do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think they'll give her something else?
Non-custodial. That's wild. How much drugs was there?
They said it was quite a lot, but they didn't give it. It's not like America where they give you details.
I
and that.
love to see poundage of it.
Yeah,
Then when you see like stacks,
stacks of it. No, this
it's like
this
that.
was-
I haven't. Oh, can be great. Can the film Traffic, which is kind of a load of shit.
yeah,
Catherine Zeta-Jones, she comes
Uh-huh.
up with a way to form cocaine into cuddly toys
right.
and then smuggle them through. There's no smell. They're just toys, and then you
Mhm.
put them in water and it becomes cocaine. It's just this brainwave.
Right. I
Can you
figured a way to
imagine?
smuggle drugs. I figured this out ages
Did
ago.
you see the woman that hid it in her wig?
I saw it and they're pulling out all these
Oh,
black tubes. There was tons of it.
Awful.
But her head was like the Mekon. It was giant.
Gigantic, yeah.
Anyway,
I think
I
up the
figured out.
arse. Up
No,
the arse
no,
is
no,
a
no.
Classic,
Right.
no?
you've done this to friends. You've sent a parcel that said one giant dildo and all this sort of thing.
Yeah.
What to put on it? Put 10 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah.
Advertise it.
Yeah. Mm.
Advertise
A
it.
bold move.
A bold move, but advertise it, and people go, someone's been a dickhead.
Yeah.
You know what? That's going to a friend's house.
Yeah.
Like you said, the postman had a wee giggle.
Yeah.
He doesn't believe there's a dildo in it. It's
No.
a joke. They won't believe there's cocaine in it. That's my genius.
I have sent I saw the guy that cut his bank card in the shape of a cock and balls
Mhm.
and was using it at like McDonald's drive-throughs. Everyone was having a giggle.
Everyone, it's just sharing a little love. But
Sharing a
if you're an international cocaine dealer,
Yeah.
right, what they do, they buy machinery and they put it in the machinery. It's welded in,
Oh,
so
the-
you can't. And there's all
and
that
the
sort
wrap.
of thing.
I saw one which was a giant stack of plywood,
Mm-hmm.
and then just 10 sheets down, they just had a cavity and it was just filled.
No,
Wonderful.
a parcel with one giant block of cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine to local drug dealer and put jokes on it, and people go, "Look at this fucking idiot."
I know. Make it look like cocaine.
Yeah, make it look like cocaine. Nobody bothers.
Somebody'd go, hold on a minute.
No, they wouldn't.
They
They wouldn't. I've thought it through.
They
Has anyone ever went, hold on a
put it
second,
inside snakes.
I think a giant dildo's
Put
in
it
this.
inside snakes.
They don't.
They cannot keep
Yeah.
drugs out of prison. If they can't keep drugs out of prison, they can't keep drugs out anywhere.
Anywhere.
Humans are so ingenious. There's people run like drug empires from prison. They're not allowed phones. It's wee notes
Have you seen
and bits
but
of
hold on.
string.
I've thought about this for years.
Uh-huh.
I have another way of getting drugs into the
here we go.
cross border,
Okay.
right? Have you seen a Dundee lass on a night out in Dundee? She is
Try and avoid it.
she
but
has
I've-
90% makeup,
Uh-huh.
foundation,
A layer. Just
layers and layers
Just
of cocaine.
scrape her down. Just get you a
mm.
cock-shaped bank card and just use it as a
No.
spatula.
Exactly, but unfortunately, it may be
A leg-
orange coloured,
Her legs alone could hold pounds. and
Exactly.
Pounds.
and she just goes,
What about in all
shakes
the-
it off.
Ken, how there's a lot of ripples.
Yeah,
You flatten that out. It's like
an average Dundee lady's stomach looks
it's
like
flat.
when you open a packet of chocolate fingers
Yeah.
and they're all together.
there's a woman that sometimes walks past me and her gunt is just
You could be in it. You just foundation all over, and when you get where you're going, just one good shake.
she's just it's
£2
like
pounds.
it's like the chocolate on a Kinder Egg just comes off.
Yeah, £2. and on your way.
Because those
selling
Kinder
it.
Egg things.
And then you get
Chatham-
back to your Dundee
Chatham
Council
pocket.
job, and away you go. That makes me
There
wonder
must-
how many
well,
Dundee councillors are selling drugs.
Does fentanyl have a smell? Because dogs
Don't know
can-
anything about fentanyl.
No, they say that dogs, the sniffer dogs, often die of cancer because they're sniffing drugs a lot. It does,
Shit.
yeah.
They'll end up with a nose like that lass off at EastEnders.
Oh my God, she's on an OnlyFans account.
I bet someone likes that sort of look. They like that sort of look.
It's like the kid from Boy David.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I remember that.
It's
That was a great.
A
That was
wonderful. I
brilliant.
wonder what that laddie's doing now.
Because I remember just being a wee kid watching
What I
that. It
found
was great.
extraordinary about it, just he was in America. The surgery they did was spectacular. But he was a native, like, South American kid. And he
Right.
was small. He was fucking stocky wee guy,
Yeah.
muscly wee guy. But he was short. So they broke his legs to stretch his legs. And I thought,
What?
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had surgery to make him taller. And you thought, he's been, why? Yeah, it was peculiar.
That's really strange.
I've not seen him in the TV for a good
No, I've never seen him
15
for a
years.
long time.
Yeah, I wonder
What
he's
is the obsession with being tall now?
Yeah.
I see this everywhere with being tall. It's so strange.
Tall,
It means nothing.
big tall people don't live as long. You're better to be small.
That's it.
Come the inevitable climate catastrophe.
Well, when I was 6'3",
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
You don't
Yes, you
fit in
should-
anything. Everything's
Yeah,
shit,
You've shriveled.
right? Sinks were put in this building
Mm-hmm.
100 and odd years ago when people were shorter.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they're below my dick height. I could use them as a urinal. They're,
Oh.
right? But since I broke my back, I've lost just under 3
Oh,
inches
wow.
in height.
Okay.
So I'm 6 foot now. But it's not great being tall.
No.
So why do people go, oh, you
These
got to be
guys
tall?
who are like 6'9", 7 feet, it would be.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's-
disability.
it's
How do you
difficult.
travel?
Yeah, it's difficult. No, just be
Yeah, just be where you want to be.
5'10".
No, if anyone knows what
5'10",
happened to
that's good.
David, Boy David, forgive me, I don't know his last name. It was a Scottish surgeon,
Yes, that's right.
and the documentary, it was Esther Ranson's
Yeah,
husband,
it was wonderful.
watched by a lot of people. There's a thing my mum and dad love, and it's like 5 and up and stuff.
Oh, that's
7
been
and
going for, like, what are they now?
but
They must
they're-
be 60 now.
Yeah, one guy, he was a interesting wee kid, he was just kind of quite intense wee kid, but I think he died just quite recently.
Was him? That was him. It was the jockey in that.
No, the
No.
jockey guys became an actor and things.
Is he still
No,
going?
there was this kid. He became homeless and he was like
Oh,
a loner. But
For
fascinating.
international listeners, we'll have a program and it was called 5 Up, and it started.
Is it 5? Was it
I
7
think
up?
7 Up, something like that,
7
in the
Up.
60s.
And every few years they catch up.
They've been
with
following these people's whole. It's a documentary
It's
that's lasted
wonderful.
like 60 odd years.
It
It's
truly
incredible.
is a wonderful thing.
And yeah, you just see.
I
everything
wouldn't imagine American television would do that.
They maybe have. I don't know.
Well, maybe PBS, kind of one of that kind of.
It's been a
gentler
commitment,
cha-
though.
Yeah.
It's been a commitment.
If you just weren't fancying it that year, Kim.
Oh yeah.
He said this year I've mainly.
But everyone's kind of in their lives. They've kind of made this commitment that is part of their lives. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
strange.
Human beings are just engaging. Even the most boring person. Yeah, I know exactly.
Tayside Mountain Rescue
Oh, Jesus.
are expanding
What
due to
mountain?
a surge in demand.
Where?
Hold on. Blaming paddle boards.
Oh, those fuckers.
Who's taking a paddle board up a mountain? That's what they blamed.
Are they going up to like mountain lochs?
It must be.
Must be.
Because I
It's
have to
not
say with paddle
Fandabi
board.
Dozy, is it?
Oh, be him.
He's been rescued.
Oh,
surely.
100 times. I would leave him. I would leave him. Say no.
He's not even got a
A
watch.
real
or a-
Highlander would walk back,
Walk
crawl back in the
with a
snow,
broken leg.
naked. Fuck
He
him.
would be naked. What happened to that naked rambler cunt? Remember him?
I hope he's in jail.
He was always caught. There's a guy that gives me the absolute creeps. He's Speedo Mick. And they always give him time and he's just going to be in his little Speedos. And he's always...
He's wanting to show his cock off.
He's wanting to show his cock, but people like treat him like, oh, this is great, it's for charity. You're like,
Jimmy Savile was for
you're
charity.
all drawn into his fucking madness.
As soon as it's for charity, any group
He
that
doesn't
gets
have-
together
Yeah.
and go, right, guys, we're going to do this for charity. Watch out.
Remember the guy?
Watch out.
Remember the guy that dressed as a bean? He was like a bean superhero, and he was always in. Remember him?
Cans of beans and baths
Yeah,
of beans.
yeah.
Sex thing.
Yeah, it's
Anyone
clearly
that does it, sex thing.
100% a sex thing. But they draw everybody else into their sick fantasy.
I like cold beans,
Yeah,
but I'm not bathing in them.
I love a bean pie.
Oh, that's the best pie.
Wonderful pie.
That's the best pie. Yeah, and they said electric bikes. People are getting their electric bikes and going one direction and running out and can't cycle back.
No, because they're as heavy as fuck.
What? But then again, this is not new. It's just that there's more, that people are getting more access with their paddle boards going uphill. But I remember going up, I can't remember what mountain it was in Monroe. And we're coming down. It was actually with Jeff.
Right.
We're walking down, soaked through, right?
Uh-huh.
Because as soon as you get up to a level, the rain hits and everything.
Yeah.
It was in summer. And there's this German guy walking towards us in shorts and this white shirt, just like a dress shirt.
Yeah.
And we're going, mate, the further you get up there, it's getting really cold in that, icy cold. No, I know what I'm doing. You could be dead.
Could well be dead.
It was.
Well,
we were battling the elements,
They've
you know.
built these really cool like off-road wheelchairs. But imagine if one of them ran out of juice.
I'm not lifting it. Now, there used to be a group in this building,
Right.
and they would get disabled people in. Right.
Okay.
I can't say anymore. And one day there was a fire alarm,
Or they just left them.
and there was a guy in one. He couldn't move at all, and he was in the middle of the corridor. They took him out there
Left them.
and just went outside, having coffee and fags. And I come back in. I went, mate, are you okay? And he went, oh, where did everyone go? And I went, what? They just left you. Now you're meant to be able to carry in an emergency people down, and on the stairs there's stopping points and all this sort of. They just left them. They just left them. So you're a lovely guy. I was just chatting with him.
There
in
should be
that
one of those special wheelchair ramps in the building. Can the
yeah,
carry thing? There's none. There's nothing.
because you get the ones where
'Cause
you put people on them
There's a disabled toilet.
and they sort of through. It's like hydraulics. They
Yeah,
go down the stairs
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
But in an emergency, you
have
could
one
use
of
that.
them.
Don't have that.
And the toilet's
Anyway.
been widened, and they've got a disabled shitter upstairs, so you can sit and take a shit while having a shower
On
at the
our
same
floor,
time.
they put
I've
in a
done it few
disabled
times.
toilet, right?
Anybody used it?
Well, it's just in the ladies.
Hmm.
And one person on the floor went like that. I went, Derek, come here. I went, what? Took me in the ladies' toilet. Look at that. The thing, it's the highest toilet I've ever seen.
What?
I had to climb to get on it.
What?
I sat on the toilet to try it out.
Was your
My
leg?
feet were dangling.
Oh, jeez. Like Ronnie Corbett.
This is for disabled. I don't understand what
But
this
is the business that made such a fuss to get that, are they doing anything?
Nope, they're not
No.
here. Just left. Made a fuss, got it, and fucked off. There was one person meant to be moving in next to Susan.
Uh-huh.
That's empty. And they said, right, I'll move in if you lift the carpet, do this, do that, do that. Our landlord did it all. They've not come back. Fucking people are,
Time wasters, man.
they're frustrated.
People will waste people's fucking time.
This is our final story.
I saw one about a catfishing kind of one where this guy, his wife and him had split up. He went on to Plenty of Fish. Got one woman. He upgraded her to a different woman.
As you do.
Then the second woman he dated was fucking insane. She sent death threats to everybody.
Right.
He set fire to people's houses, all kinds of shit. It turned out it wasn't her. It was the first girlfriend pretending to be her. She'd killed her like years earlier.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't talk to anyone in the
don't talk
world.
to anybody.
Don't leave your house.
Don't talk to a fucking person.
Got 2 stories left. We're at the end, but I'm going to quickly go through them.
It's Dundee stories.
The XL Bully Sanctuary.
Oh, that's not happening.
The woman says it's still going ahead.
How can it?
Because next week, the dogs are banned in the sense that you got to wear muzzles and all that.
Yeah.
And in July, they're banned outright, the same as the rest of the UK.
So she's got to allow them run free till they die?
No. The kennels that she's at hasn't had a licence since December.
So it's not happening.
It's a bit of bullshit. It's a bit of bullshit.
That just...
It would make a horror film though, eh?
You
Just
wouldn't
them
rob
all
her
just
house.
No, you wouldn't.
You break in, you're
That's
like, yes.
one thing you could guarantee.
You get in the windy, pitch black. You go into the
Eyes.
living room, you just hit the light switch, 40.
Put the lights off again.
They're all-
Just leave. Fucks it under the tea.
She's dead. She's been eaten long ago.
Long ago, bones and
Oh,
everything.
jeez.
Okay, this is the last story.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine?
Dundee Council. It's been revealed. Dundee Council
Who
again
need coke? So we're decided they need to be
turned
coke.
down Fatboy Slim, Biffy Clyro, a sort of music festival, Stereophonics.
I'm glad
Wait,
they've
no,
turned
hold
down
on.
Stereophonic.
Not Biffy Clyro. If international listeners, Biffy Clyro. Excellent band.
They got a wee bit soft, though, didn't they?
They did, but watch them live at
Okay.
Glastonbury. They're fucking great. They're sweaty young
Sweaty
men.
young- well,
no
they're-
tops on.
They're no young anymore.
No, at that time they
They
were.
were
The
young,
point was they
nah.
were really good.
They
But
got turned down. Dundee's the home
Hold on.
of like tribute bands.
hold on.
Fleetwood Mac.
This goes deeper.
Okay.
This goes elbow deep. It was at the Slessor Gardens. The Slessor Gardens has been designed.
That's
wait.
not run by Dundee City Council. That's a franchise.
Hold on.
So they only get a cut. It's someone else. It's
What?
A third party run.
It goes deeper. Hold on.
But
The fuck?
The grass has been wrecked. No, but they don't book anything. It's another.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. What's happened?
It gets better.
Oh no.
Okay. The Slessor Gardens was built for music festivals, events, and stuff like that.
Well,
The
it's
people of
mainly
Dundee-
for people.
No, it was built and
Oh,
designed
oh.
so it could be changed as it is into a music festival.
Okay.
But according to the council, it doesn't really survive long use. It can't do 2 weekends or it'll be destroyed.
The grass.
Everything. The whole place is not designed for it. The roads around it, they can't close them
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
they can't.
The safety, there's not enough.
Yeah.
It's right, but wait. That would have been over their 3 weekend quota. There's only 3 weekends a year they can put something on.
Oh my god. They should have been up in Campy
Camperdown could have been open every fucking weekend.
constantly. You're coming straight off the Kingsway into there. You'd have had to put car parking in.
At the side where
Yeah.
they're saying they're away to put the new Dundee Stadium.
Oh, they've been planning that for about 15
At
years.
Dundee Stadium. Now this Camperdown was left by the Coxes who owned all the jute mills for the
Yeah.
people of Dundee
Yeah.
to have forever. But Dundee Council are going to fucking sell it. Here's what they're doing. The golf course was the second most used golf course
Shut.
in the world.
Yeah, shut.
Caird Park.
That was making
The most
money.
used,
Yeah.
the most used in the world is going to be shut down.
Yeah.
Now here's the next thing.
So they're closing these golf courses to build on them. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yeah, okay.
So you look at the picture of the stadium, right? You go, how can that fit in there? The area doesn't make sense. It would if you take the trees away.
Oh no.
And when you go into the bottom part of the park, that's all going to go to practice pitches for Dundee. So they're taking the park away. Check this though. We're going to be the only stadium in the UK to be proud of that has a crematorium built next to it.
That'd be handy.
Where you parked your car and go into
Hold
a
it,
football
no, but
stadium.
Here's a thing. Save some money. Get the creme to do the halftime pies.
They would taste lovely.
Can you imagine?
You've got the cinema,
What's it?
you've got the ice rink,
Oh.
and a crematorium.
Uh-huh.
People are going like that. Oh my God, they're gone. It was a short but well lived. Then you hear, yeah, because there's a goal.
It's offensive.
It's
Was that ever
fucking
gonna
wild.
happen?
But wait a minute. Look at the pictures. What's at the back of the stadium? The top part of the park is all new houses.
Yeah,
This is what they want.
yeah, of course.
The new houses. That's what they
How are
want.
they getting round? Because
Tiny little parking area,
Yeah,
which if you take the size of the stadium and measure it out into the area that's there, the picture that they've done, the architect picture, doesn't match.
because nobody goes to see either team, do they?
But they don't match.
What's their weekly attendance for
No
those
idea.
teams?
It's not like the 80s.
It's no going to be big
No.
numbers. It just.
I think it's a
won't
12,500 seater they're wanting to build.
be. Okay.
But here's the thing. You do the measurements, it doesn't add up.
No.
It doesn't add up.
And
So they've got plans in for
Okay,
something that...
so what they could do is, here we go,
Mhm.
football pitch,
Yeah.
hit a switch like a Thunderbirds
Mhm.
opens. That's your swimming pool.
That's actually
It's
quite good.
underneath the pitch.
There'd be many deaths.
Of course.
But I was looking at the size of it. Everything is 3/4 size. Now, you know where you get that? You go into like a new build area and they've got a show house.
Right. Oh.
The settee's 3/4 the size. The chairs are 3/4 the size. And you go, this is a huge room. Then you move your corner suite in and go, fuck. That's what they do.
Fuck's
This whole
sake.
fucking thing. Take a tape measure. Figure it out. Look at the size of the cars. Look at the size of the houses. It doesn't make sense.
The whole Slessor
Because
Garden
your queues.
thing, the Slessor Garden thing, you just knew that wasn't going to work.
Yeah. The first time it opened,
Because when there's a concert on, there's gridlock.
I had to... We're miles away from it. And I had to drive
People
up to
park,
Pentland
yeah.
and leave my car there.
People parking here.
Walk home. I couldn't get home.
No.
And I'm 3-4 miles away from it, and I couldn't get home.
And like I say, we've had Rita Ora. Ken, the lineup's been shit. But Ken, the Caird Hall, all it is like Pete Loaf.
Yeah.
Ken, it's like tribute
It's
bands.
shit.
But it's not even the top tribute bands. Ken, it's no ABCD. It's like some other
Yeah,
shit.
it's just shit
It's shit of the
local.
shit of the shit.
Chrissy Hind was here.
But I believe the Caird Hall's booked through a third party as well.
Oh, this is a disaster.
Yeah.
Look, Chrissy Hind was here.
Right.
And she looked across and they built this new building
She said
in
that's
front.
fucking-
And she goes, that's disgusting and horrible. Now, that's fine that you disagree with the architecture, but this is everyone's home. And whether it's wrong or not, you're calling someone's home shit.
Okay, my favourite thing about Chrissy Hind,
Oh,
she thinks fucking him from the Rolling Stones is a cunt.
really?
Not Mick Jagger, the other one, Keith Richards.
Keith Richards. Good for her.
She says how he's killed more people than I know. All her friends all
Oh.
died in his wake.
Oh,
She
my
hates him.
goodness. Oh, good for her.
Because he's become this bumbling uncle, isn't he? He's a
Yeah,
horrible man.
I just don't like him.
To endure that long, I think he's horrible.
He's had to kill someone to...
He has. Well, he used to
live
go
that
about
long.
with a gun and she's a twat.
And do you know there's a lot of sound nuisance
Yeah, well, that-
implications at the
Well,
lesser
you can hear in Fife.
Yeah.
And if you're hearing like...
And people live next to it.
If you're hearing level 42 in
Oh
Fife,
my
can you imagine?
God,
They came
imagine.
on, can we
Well, I
slap
know
it?
someone that lives right there.
He went, good evening, Glasgow!
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Everyone who comes here, I think it's a joke.
That's shit, yeah.
And they all go,
Rita
good
Ora-
evening, Glasgow.
Rita Ora said, good evening, Pennycook.
They all
know,
get it
terrible.
wrong. Nobody knows where they are
Nobody
when they come
knows where
here.
they are. Rita Ora.
So that's the news.
Rita Ora's got some kind of credibility now. She
I don't
gets
understand
invited
it.
to
I
stuff.
don't understand it. There's just these...
She was
No, what it
basic-
is? No, you turn up.
She married into someone.
No, you turn up.
Yeah.
If you're willing to turn up and have pictures taken of you, they go, thank fuck. Because
There was-
loads of
there
people
was a
don't.
while, she was essential. Her albums she put out were just like those London calling cards and phone boxes for like wealthy Arab guys. who were
Yeah,
just
go
like
across. I'm
getting
doing a show.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
But then
that.
she'd married that guy who I used to like, but I don't like anymore because he's turned into a
I've been
cunt.
thinking to actually put my name down. It's not much and run for the council.
Yeah, wouldn't it be difficult? Well, I saw the big boss councillor the other day. Let's just say he doesn't have an arse that won't quit. He's just as skinny as fuck.
Mm.
And I'm thinking all the complications of running Dundee City Council, of which there are many,
Yeah.
you are doing it. And I thought, I'm not.
See, I have been studying on how to get in.
You
To
could.
council,
No, you could.
right?
You'd have to drastically change how you look.
No, not at all.
You'd
Because
have to.
I watched Richard Pryor recently
uh-huh.
in Brewster's Millions and took
Oh,
notes.
Jesus Christ.
And then what he done, he need to get rid of all this money.
Can you your style
And he
is?
done vote for none of the above.
There's a politician in America, Fetterman.
That's me.
That's your style.
I've only had one stroke.
But he
though.
keeps falling asleep. Stop. One stroke, yeah.
Mm.
Fetterman. That's good, isn't it? I'll
Fuck
take in. We'll have one each of them for the next time we watch a film.
This
Thursday?
Friday.
Yeah, we'll get
This Friday we're doing a film. I don't know. You know what it is,
bad day at Hanging Rock. No, Bad Day at Black Rock or something.
You
else.
decide.
Oh,
you
it's
decide.
good,
We'll
it's
we'll
good,
figure
yeah,
it
it's
out,
good, it's
and then
good.
we're going to be watching.
I watched a
it.
good film the other night. It was the Anderson tapes with Sean Connery.
Oh,
It's a Sidney Lumet film, and it's like he's a bank robber.
yeah.
What a charming film!
It's a good film.
It's
a good
got
film.
like
It's a good film.
It's a charming.
Ladies
film.
and gentlemen, that was the news.
Oh.
Holy shit!
Dundee is in quite the pickle.
If you want,
I keep waiting for that knock at the door. They're coming for help, but they're not doing it.
it's only a matter
They're
of time.
scared.
We're the only one growing. We're the only thing improving and growing in Dundee.
We would, but we're too left field for them.
I've
we-
been told.
We don't think outside the box.
I've been told.
We think outside the box, the box that the box is in.
You
It's
need to
another
stop
box.
drinking that. I've been told
Ah,
that we say nothing wrong,
No, we don't.
really.
We're
but
very
it's
pleasant.
not right. But we're too unpredictable.
too dangerous.
We're dangerous because they don't know what we're going to say next, and a lot of people don't. They
want a script. We
Yeah.
can't script. You can't. You
script
can't.
us.
You can't bottle our magic.
We're the bad boys of the town.
Oh Jesus!
I feel dizzy, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to see the full video version of this, join us on Patreon.
My
for
dad,
us
my dad's phone me. He says,
What?
I was listening to your podcast the other
Oh
day.
no!
He says, you don't. actually eat as much as you say you eat in that. Because he says that's a bad thing. He'll be listening to this. I says, Father, it's all just made up.
Do you say to him, Father?
I say, Father.
Father?
I says, it's all made up. It's all just made
Nothing's
up.
made up. Everything. I says the
No.
truth on this.
No, you're an idiot.
Ladies and gentlemen, until next time.
We'll have to get what we need.
It's news!
You know, here's my plan.
What?
Slessor Gardens.
Yeah.
We do like Band-Aid, but we call it Dundee Aid.
Dundee's AIDS.
And we just come along and we get a big bucket and people can throw money into it.
Come to Dundee for AIDS. Until next time.
Yeah.
Later.
Ta-da, ta-da.